I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no hoe. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no.
What's good? So it's your boy Flex. I'm back here with another video and alright, we got a new quarterback, but I'm a little confused. Now, real quick, shout out to people who like this video before they even heard this sentence, and let's get into it. Miami Dolphins reached an agreement 2 years with former Buccaneers quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, as y'all would like to call him, and we know him quite well because he has played for the Jets and the Bills, so we already know what he has to do. But I'm just confused about this a little bit because this just doesn't make sense. Like, okay, let's just talk about team tank, okay? Because understand, guys, when I make these videos, I'm talking to two sets of fans, okay? I know you guys like, oh, I hate hearing about tanking. Half you guys say I hate hearing about trying to win because I have some fans that are in my comment section saying we need to lose every game, we need to get Tua. I have other fans saying I want to win, I want to be competitive. So when I make these videos, I'm talking to two sets of fans, y'all. So that's why I always bring up tanking. That's why I always bring up winning. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about the tanking point of view from now. If you want to tank, Ryan Fitzpatrick is not that bad. So if you're just looking at the numbers, I'm looking in all the seasons where he started 16 games. He went 6-10 twice, and he went 10-6 once. He's never been like a atrocious starting quarterback on a losing team where they went like 2-14 or anything like that. Oh, all his teams have always been like really bad, going 6-10 or decent 10-6. I mean, it's kind of almost like our last quarterbacks. But this is just really confusing to me as far as I really do think that the staff wasn't lying when they said that we're not tanking. Okay, because obviously they could have said we was taking, but I really felt they were telling the truth. And I always told y'all, how we know we was taking is by what quarterback we go into the season with. I said if we go out with Luke Falk and Jake Rudock, I don't expect much. But signing a 35-year-old Fitzpatrick, and obviously he's not the quarterback of the future or anything. Obviously, we're still going to get a quarterback in the next 2 years. But it makes me wonder, are we actually trying to get Tua? Because if we're trying to get Tua, we have to make this whole approach different. Now, if we're trying to get any other quarterback, maybe in the second, third round, then, it really don't matter who we got a quarterback right now. But if we try to get Tua, we need to try to get in the best position to actually get Tua. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is good enough. He's not going to put us in the best position to get Tua. Okay, that's just for the taking side. Now for the compete side, which I'm on, I want to win next season. I think this is a good pickup, because he is a good quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a veteran. Obviously, he's not the best. Obviously, I don't see him honestly taking us a lot of places, but he's good enough, and it just depends on how the staff works with him. But he's good enough to win you some games, that's for sure. He's not a quarterback I feel like you pick up if you're tanking. Now, I do feel like with this move, we're definitely gonna draft a quarterback. That's just my opinion, because I don't think we come in with him as a starter. I mean, I don't think we come in with just him, as our only formidable starter. Obviously, we still have Luke Falk on the roster and Jake Rudock, but I don't think those are the three quarterbacks we come in with. I think we draft a quarterback this season. But one thing that this shows me, and the fact that we tried to get Teddy really, really hard, it shows me that we're actually trying to, we're not trying to lose this season, guys. We're not going to try to lose this season. So I think the taking rumors, we can pretty much dead those, in my opinion. Maybe y'all look at it differently, but taking rumors, you would have picked up Blake Bortles. You would have kept Luke Falk. You wouldn't go sign a guy who has a lot of experience, who has a lot of wins under his belt. Now, do I like this pickup? Not really. And the reason why I do not like this pickup is because there was one thing that I wanted in our quarterback next season that I will not get, that I haven't seen in Miami in so long, and that is just potential. That's what I wanted. Now, Ryan Fitzpatrick, is he the best ready now, to start now quarterback? Out of everybody that was in free agency, yes. And out of everybody we draft, yes. Or that we would have drafted, yes, because he has the most experience. However, he doesn't have potential, okay? And that's just something I want to see. I want to see Luke Falk. Even if he sucked, it would have been nice to see a guy with potential back there. If Jake Rudock sucked, it would have been nice to see a guy with potential back there. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Tannehill got hurt, Matt Moore came in or Jay Cutler came in. Two guys who had no potential, who were okay, but they didn't have no potential. There was nothing there. There was nothing to hope for the future when I looked at them. I want to see that this season. And unfortunately, I won't see that, okay? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick, he has hit the best he's ever going to be, okay? He's 35, 36 years old. He doesn't have any potential left. What you see is what you get. What you have seen is what you have, okay? And what he is he's not a bad quarterback, but is he good enough to take us over the hump? No. As a bridge quarterback, I guess he's going to be good for whoever we draft. I'm just saying, as far as a bridge quarterback, we're not going to lose a lot of games. We're not going to, completely tank with him, okay? Because he over his career, he haven't been losing games like that. I mean, he loses more than he wins, but he doesn't lose enough to like really like fully tank. Now, this doesn't mean that we're not going to draft a quarterback. And this really makes me question whether or not we're going to trade up and draft a quarterback this year, because I don't know. Because I feel like if we come out next year and starting Ryan Fitzpatrick, I don't see us getting in position to get Tua. I mean, we're going to have to trade, but who wants to have to do all that? You know, trade assets. We're going to have to trade. But like I said, Ryan Fitzpatrick is good enough. I mean, we can make a push to the playoffs with Ryan Fitzpatrick, in my opinion. So if the coaching staff is nice and they give him a decent O-line, we can make a playoff push with him. So I'm looking at us as competing next year at this point. But with that being said, obviously he's not the quarterback of the future. We'll still draft a quarterback. It just won't be probably a top 5. It probably won't be a top 5 quarterback. Now, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he went to Harvard. He's a smart guy. He throws a lot. Like, when I see him play, man, he throws a lot of passes that shouldn't be thrown. But also, he throws a lot of good passes that end up working out. But I be looking at him like he takes chances. Like, when I watch him, I see he takes a lot of chances, and sometimes it pays off. He plays with a lot of emotion, and like he's gonna be a good quarterback. You know, a good bridge quarterback for this season. But we'll see. Maybe we'll draft a quarterback that might take over in the mid-season, so he might not even really be a bridge quarterback. He might just be there for a little bit. Might be like the Tyrod Taylor to our Baker Mayfield. But if we don't draft a quarterback this season and we actually like start Ryan Fitzpatrick the whole season, I don't see us getting a top 5 pick. I'm gonna be honest. So Team Take Crowd, this has got to be an L for y'all. And as far as if you want us to compete, I see us compete with Ryan Fitzpatrick. We can definitely compete with him. It just depends on what the coaching staff is going to put around him as far as the offensive line and as far as, you know, who the coaching staff is and how they're going to game plan. I have confidence they're going to game plan well, but right now all we got to do is really just fix up our O-line and maybe draft a D-lineman, fix up our O-line, and then we're competing this season. We're not taking. Now we got a quarterback. Don't have to worry about that no more. My thing is, at this point, what I need us to do is just fix up these trenches right now. That is the key focus right now. The Miami Dolphins fix up these trenches, and after that, I feel like we're ready for the season. Okay, I mean, we didn't have a quarterback. It just felt like a lot of pressure, not pressure, but it just felt like a lot of like anxiety over the situation. Like, okay, we don't have a quarterback, but technically Ryan Tannehill's on the roster. Like, oh, that's over with. Okay, we got a new quarterback. We're heading in a new direction. Now we need to get trenches. We need to get an offensive line and a defensive line and get it right. But a lot of people not gonna understand this move. I halfway don't understand this move. In my opinion, we are trying to compete next season. This is a bridge quarterback. We're either gonna get our future quarterback in this draft or next draft. We're gonna have to see. We don't know yet, but we're gonna have to see. But as far as this year being a throwaway for 2020 and Tua, that don't seem like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Now are we gonna get our future quarterback this year or next year? Yes. Is our future quarterback gonna be Tua though? Unless we trade up, I don't see it because I don't see us losing that many. Now, Adam Scheffler, he also tweeted out that we picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick with our eyes on Tua, but like I said, to me that just doesn't make sense. Like, to me, if you really wanted to get Tua, like really wanted to, you would like pick up a way like Blake Bortles is available. Like, to me, Ryan Fitzpatrick is not that bad in my opinion. But there's still some great quarterbacks that aren't Tua that could, you know, enter in. Even this season, you have people like Easton Stick who might be good. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with our staff is coming from a place where Tom Brady ended up being a beast. You know what I'm saying? And Tom Brady was a late draft pick. So I don't even know if our staff is looking at it as to where, yo, we have to sign somebody first overall to be a good quarterback. They could maybe sign somebody anywhere. Now, it really just depends on who Chris Greer wants, because as far as I know, he's the one that's controlling all of this, not Brian Flores or anybody. But obviously, he has some say-so if it's going to be his quarterback. And obviously, Chris Flores, and so I mean, not say Chris Flores. But anyways, Chris Greer controlling all this, and our future quarterback will be on the team in the next 2 seasons. We gotta see who it's going to be, guys. It might be Easton Stick, it might be Drew Lock. It could even be Drew Lock. We could trade up for Hoskins. We could maybe get Kyler this year if a miracle happens, but you never know who's going to be the future quarterback. My big thing is, when you draft a quarterback, they have to be on your team for like the next 4 years, right? Because you can't give up on a quarterback you drafted early. So that's my thing is, I don't want to just pick a quarterback for the sake of picking a quarterback. I don't want to say get Drew Lock this season just because he's the last one available, but not because I really don't want him, but just because I know we need a future quarterback and the fan base wants a future quarterback. I don't want it to be like that, because whoever you pick up is going to be there for the next 4 years. So think about how much older you're going to be in 4 years. And I'm looking at it like it's a Blake Bortles to the Jaguars situation. When you see the Jaguars, everybody knew Blake Bortles was a bum for years. they had to keep him this year because they drafted him as the future. You can't just give up on somebody you drafted that early. So it's just like us with Ryan Tannehill to a certain extent, even though I'm not going to say he's a bum because I don't want to hurt nobody's hearts. But we had to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Even if we wanted to drop him, it was like, oh, we got to keep him. We drafted him. We invested in him. When you invest in the guy, you have to keep him. So I'm looking at this situation, this quarterback situation, and I'm saying we just got to make the right move. And I don't care if it's this year or next year, but we have to make the right move in the quarterback. We have to have conviction in the quarterback. We cannot half-ass this because, especially if we drafted early, because this is going to be our future. Anyways, get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Ryan Fitzpatrick pickup. Do y'all like it? Are y'all confused? Do y'all love it? Why do y'all think we picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick? Is there a certain reason that I'm missing that I didn't speak about? Like, comment, subscribe. Road to 8K in the way. It's your boy K Flexing. Fitzmagic is on the team. I'm out.